Everything you eat becomes you. Every cell in your body is built from food. Most people eat 3 times a day for their entire lives and have no idea what any of it actually does. In the next 4 minutes, we are covering the 10 most important concepts in human nutrition, what your body actually does with food, why most diets fail, and what the science consistently shows works. Topic 1. Macronutrients. The 3 major food groups your body runs on: protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Each provides energy, but through completely different metabolic pathways and for completely different biological purposes. Topic 2. Protein. Made of amino acids, 20 in total, 9 of which your body cannot produce. These 9 are called essential. Every cell, enzyme, hormone, and antibody in your body is built from protein. Topic 3. Carbohydrates. Your brain's primary fuel source, glucose, broken down from carbs, is the only fuel your brain can run on without adaptation. Not all carbs are the same. The source matters enormously. Topic 4. Dietary fat. The most misunderstood macronutrient. Fat does not make you fat. It builds your brain, produces your hormones, absorbs fat-soluble vitamins, and insulates every nerve in your body. Fat is essential. Topic 5. Micronutrients. Vitamins and minerals. They provide 0 calories but enable every metabolic reaction in your body. Without them, your macronutrients cannot be processed. They are the switches, not the fuel. Topic 6. Fiber. Most people consume half the recommended amount. Soluble fiber is fermented by gut bacteria and produces short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation. Insoluble fiber moves waste through the digestive system mechanically. Topic 7. Water. Not technically a macronutrient, but the most critical substance in human nutrition. 60% of your body weight is water. Every metabolic reaction, every cellular process, requires water as the medium. Topic 8. Sugar. Glucose and fructose have the same caloric value but completely different metabolic fates. Glucose is processed by every cell. Fructose is processed almost exclusively by the liver. At high doses, it acts like alcohol. Topic 9. The gut microbiome. 38 trillion bacteria living in your digestive system. They produce 90% of your serotonin, train your immune system, regulate inflammation, and directly communicate with your brain via the vagus nerve. Topic 10. Inflammation. Acute inflammation is essential. It heals wounds and fights infection. Chronic low-grade inflammation is the underlying driver of heart disease, diabetes, cancer, depression, and Alzheimer's. Diet is its primary control switch. Here is what connects all 10. Food is not just calories. Every bite is biological information, signaling your genes, feeding your bacteria, regulating your inflammation, building your brain, and determining how you feel tomorrow. Why do most diets fail? They focus on restriction rather than nutrition. Removing food creates deprivation. Adding nutritional quality creates biology that wants less of what damages it. The approach determines the outcome completely. What does nutrition science consistently show across all research? Eat mostly whole food. Prioritize plants. Adequate protein. Minimize ultra-processed food. The specifics of every successful dietary pattern come back to these 4 principles. The single most important nutrition fact. Ultra-processed food now accounts for over 60% of calories consumed by the average American. This one shift in food supply explains most of the modern disease epidemic. Let's recap all 10 nutrition topics. Because understanding what food actually does inside your body changes how you make every food decision. Knowledge removes confusion. Confusion is what the food industry depends on. Macros provide energy and structure. Protein builds everything. Carbs fuel your brain. Fat builds your brain and hormones. Micronutrients enable every reaction. Fiber feeds your gut bacteria. Water is the medium of all life. Sugar drives liver fat and insulin resistance. Your gut microbiome determines your cravings, mood, and immunity. Chronic inflammation connects poor diet to almost every major modern disease. These 3 alone justify changing how you eat. The most important shift in how you think about food. Stop asking how many calories and start asking what does this do? Calories count, but they are only one signal. Biology responds to information, not just numbers. The nutrition industry profits from confusion. The science is not actually confusing. Mostly whole food, mostly plants, adequate protein, minimal ultra-processed food. Every successful long-term dietary pattern on Earth follows this framework. Every person who has ever struggled with their diet was not failing at willpower. They were fighting against engineered food designed to override their biology. That is not a character flaw. That is food science. If this video changed how you think about food, share it with someone who needs it. Most people are confused about nutrition because the confusion is profitable. Now you have the clear picture. Pass it on. That is all of Human Nutrition Decoded. If you missed our last video on every human emotion and its biological purpose, it's on screen right now. Every feeling you have ever had finally explained.